Hey, what's up? I'm Fletcher.
And I'm Morgan.
And we're from Slumberjack in Perth. So we started Slumberjack about a year and a half ago now. It started as a project, well, it was a chance for us to sort of do different music to what we were doing at the time. I was doing a lot heavier stuff. Morgan was doing electro heavy stuff as well. So we wanted to write sort of chill music and get a little bit more musical with what we're writing rather than just writing big fat drops, which is basically what we were doing. So it started as that, and we wrote the first 4 or 5 tracks were really chill, musical, slow down tempo kind of stuff. And then I just guess over time we couldn't escape from the fact that we both love bangers.
And we go, shit, this is actually pretty cool, so what are we gonna do? We just have an artist name to see what happens. And then it stuck till now, it's been a year now.
The name Slumberjack, yeah, it was a brain fight. It came, I was lying in bed, I was thinking, I want to write chill music, I want a name for it, and Slumberjack just sort of popped into my head. And then I was hell nervous to tell Morgan when I was like, do you want to be in a DJ in a duo called Slumberjack? And he was like, yeah man, let's do it. The Australian dance music scene is really awesome. Like, I started getting a sense that there was something bubbling when we were starting, and I remember saying to Morgan, I was like, dude, we're doing this thing at a good time. It's a really good time for Australia, and it's a really good time for Perth as well. At the start it was really hard for us because being in Perth you're so separated from the East Coast, where everything seems to happen on the East Coast, where the majority of the artists are.
Another thing about Perth though is, like, from a writer's perspective, you can kind of be not influenced by somebody else in a bad way, like a peer pressure kind of way. It's like everyone's doing that stuff, we need to do that stuff too. Whereas in Perth we kind of, it's more laid back to the point that even if we're a little bit slow, we could actually be a little bit ahead because we're not following everyone else, which is, I think, better for the creative process.
So when we create songs, every song starts in a different way. Sometimes I'll come up with a drum beat and send it to Morg, sometimes he'll come up with a chord progression and send it to me. Yeah, so we go back and forth separately for a while. We can't come up with ideas together in the studio from a blank canvas. We have to do that by ourselves. And then once it gets to a certain level where we both like it, then we jump in the studio together and work on it from there.
The way Slumberjack likes to write is we have a very musical opening, like an intro, sort of like a verse, a single pop song. And then the build up and then the drop or the chorus, whatever, we kind of go into a very beatsy or club friendly kind of stuff. And then we like to break down to another musical piece. So it's not just a banger for the sake of being a banger. We kind of just want to like work in musical elements into it.
Every track you make is better than the one previously. That's what we found. We still find that, and I've found that since I started making electronic music 3 years ago. Every single track is better than the last one, which is awesome.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
The time we realized, it's something worth it was when you play something of your own and people in the crowd kind of cheer for it, like almost as if they know the song. It took us like 8 to 10 shows, I think, before we actually decided to play a Slumberjack original, or anything that's our production. And then from there on we kind of improved and kind of learned what the punters and our fans want. But I mean, we do remember the stage where we actually looked at each other and go, can we play our original now, should we? And then we freak out, we're like, no, they're not gonna like it.
No one's gonna dance. I mean, for me, music was always sort of a passion project. Now it's shifted more towards being something I actually want to do with my life and keep doing for the rest of my life. So it's really great for me to see people actually being receptive to our music and wanting to come and see us, because it makes all the hours of work that we both put into it all worth it.
If we could do this for the rest of our lives, great. More music, play more shows, connect with more fans. When the shotgun blast, I leave